am headed to the bus station here in Funchal. Going to go to Santana this morning, which is a little town on the north coast with some beautiful traditional houses. So the bus leaves in about 2 minutes, so I gotta motor it down. All right, I made it on the bus with like 1 minute to spare, but we're heading to Santana now on the north coast of the island. Santana is the most traditional village here on the island, so I'm gonna go check out the traditional homes there. It was cheaper to do it this way than take a guided tour, so it was €4.70 for the bus fare up to the town of Santana. Right, I have made it to the traditional village of Santana. Yeah, really cute traditional houses. The red, blue, and white are kind of the colors of Madeira, and you can see most of the houses here contain those colors. They have those thatched roofs as well. I'll zoom into that so you guys can see. That drive was probably one of the most beautiful drives I've ever encountered in my life, I would say. Very beautiful mountain sights, going switchback after switchback, so it's definitely not for the faint of heart, but it was a beautiful drive nonetheless. Little community library. Yeah, take a book, leave a book, basically. I'm gonna go check out these traditional houses here. So these are the Colmo style houses of Madeira. So thankfully it didn't rain like the forecast said a few days ago. It's just very overcast here today. I brought my jacket though, nonetheless. Yeah, really thick thatch roofs. You can see how thick they are to give them some protection from the rain and so forth. But yeah, really cool traditional styles here. I'm going to wander over here and check out the other ones. Yeah, beautiful flowers here. So this one is gated, so I'm assuming this is actually somebody's house. Really cool. So just adorable with these, I think they're lavender bushes. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know my flowers that well, but these circular bunches of flowers really give it a almost alien air to it. It feels like a fairy tale landscape of some sort. So this one, I guess, is a traditional sweet shop, I believe is what that translates to. We're gonna go ahead inside and see what they have. Punch, just like Cape Verde.
Hello.
Can I try one of these? The maracuya?
Yes.
Thank you.
This 1 euro glass.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Okay. No
Is it
this and rum?
It has some rum in it, yeah.
Yeah, this and rum and honey and passion fruit juice.
Okay. All right, I'm going to try this passion fruit punch. Punch is basically any type of flavored juice and rum drink. So it's very popular in Cape Verde. There was plenty of varieties when I was there 2 years ago. But yeah, it should be good. You can see just how beautiful it is too, with the passion fruit seeds in it. Looking forward to trying it. Oh, it packs a punch for sure. Nice balance of the passion fruit juice with the local firewater, some rum. Ooh, really good. Probably not the best thing to be drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning, but when in Rome, cheers. Gonna catch the bus back to Funchal in about 3 minutes. Incredible coastline here. Wow. Beautiful views. Alright, I am walking in central Funchal along the waterfront once again. I'm going to go down and try to get a cup of coffee here somewhere. Head back to the Se and see some of the sites that I kind of rushed along when I was carrying my luggage. So now that I'm free of my luggage, I'll head back and actually do those sites some justice. So this is the beautiful Se Cathedral, very historic 1400s church, 15th century. I think it's pretty well the loudest church I've ever been in because they're doing some renovations. This is the altar. So it's amazing just how short you have to walk to find something else of interest here. So another beautiful plaza in the heart of Funchal, just a stone's throw from the Se Cathedral where I just was. It's an incredibly atmospheric city and extremely laid back. If you ever have a chance to head to Madeira, definitely don't pass up the opportunity. If you're traveling in Portugal, it can be a cheap flight. I'm not going to say it's a cheap flight because it really depends on if you get the cheap tickets. But there's lots of competition here, especially when COVID isn't happening. So get a flight from Lisbon or Porto or elsewhere in Europe and come and check it out. Thankfully, despite the lockdowns everywhere in Europe and the lack of connections to the island here, I was able to find a cheap ticket to head back tomorrow, direct to Porto actually, in the north of Portugal, and it only cost me $60, so not a lot of money whatsoever. Definitely enjoyed my 4 days here in Madeira. I thought it would be less impressive than the Azores, but I would probably say I like Madeira better than the Azores. They're very different though. Again, the Azores is very rural, very agricultural, just different islands completely. So it's more like, I guess, Ireland or something like that. This is more like Hawaii. So far more tropical here, warmer here, and a bit more touristy here, but it is absolutely stunningly beautiful. Just soaking up the last bit of Funchal that I can before I head back to the hotel and call it a night. So this is the Palace of Justice here in Funchal. So this is basically the top court here in Madeira. Pretty modern style building. So this is the City Hall of Funchal. Pretty grand style 19th century building by the looks of it. So this is the Praça de Municipio, the Municipal Plaza, and this is the College Church right here. It's very similar, just like most of the Portuguese churches we've seen across Madeira and the Azores. You got this whitewashed facade with the stone accents. The facade is always usually quite wide in Portuguese-style churches. This is also called the Church of St. John the Evangelist. of the college, which is why it's nicknamed the College Church. It is widely considered to be one of the best examples of Portuguese Baroque architecture, as I was reading, and one of Madeira's finest churches. So you can see more of these patterned sidewalks everywhere here in Funchal. Everywhere in Portugal, for that matter. See plenty of these Madeira wine shops pretty much everywhere around the center. This is one of the most famous ones, the Blandy's Wine Lodge. I'm gonna see if I can get a glass of Madeira wine. I am heading up the stairs here to the tasting room. Some interesting information here about the wine as well. You can see Cercial, Verdelho, Bull, Malmsey. Different types of Madeira wine. Cute, a little wine press here. TripAdvisor award. So a really beautiful estate here. You can see some barrels on display. Very historic building as well. Look at the arch there. So the wine tasting is €5.50 for the 3-year option that I chose. There's also other options for 7 and change and 10 and change for the 5 and I think 10-year varieties, if I got that right. From left to right here, we have a very dry, sweet, and very sweet. This one's called the Duke of Sussex. It is the dry Madeira wine. Topaz color, bouquet of fresh aromas and dried fruits. Being a fortified wine, it's still pretty sweet, but yeah, it's really good. And the last one here is the Duke of Clarence. It has bouquets of honey and raisins, and I can echo that. It's definitely this massive flavor of raisins as we go down the line. Been in business since 1811, so definitely the best in terms of Madeira wine. So come down and check it out if you are in the Funchal area. All right, I'm going to try the 15-year vintage here. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I'm celebrating my trip to Madeira with a glass of the 15-year Bual. So this is about €5 or give or take, aged 15 years. So it's one of their best. Ooh, and that's good. Wow, it's like rich honey flavor. The honey is more overpowering than the raisins, I would say. Medium sweet, so it's not too sweet. It has like butter overtones to it. Very sweet honey and butter flavor. It's really strange, but really good. It's really hard to describe, folks, but I tell you, that is a very good glass of Madeira wine. Oh my goodness. Still got a ways to go to get back to the hotel. Then I'll probably get an Uber to take me to the new hotel, considering it is quite a ways uphill. So beautiful views of the Se Cathedral here after dark. Or I guess right at dusk, but yeah. Funchal is a beautiful city, that's for sure. Really beautiful city though. Oh. I leave Madeira tomorrow morning very early, so absolutely beautiful city, and I'm very glad that I took the plunge, and I'm very pleased with the 4 days that I got to spend on this beautiful island.